Hi everyone, we are Group Yellow. Our team member here is Lydia, Catherine, Licia, Mu, Serenity, and Faye. As the different cultures we were facing every day, cross-cultural communication is one of the most important things we need to learn. So our topic today is cross-cultural communication.
Today, we've divided our presentation into its 6 parts.
First, what is cross-cultural team? Cross-cultural is happen when there is multicultural in a group of people, such as study or doing business in new country. People will find it is harder to communicate in a cross-cultural team, such as different language using, different way to talk, and different behaviors. What are the factors lead to a cross-cultural relationship? First, the multicultural collision. Second, trying to fit in a new culture. And thirdly, the work with people from other cultures. Communication is the first and one of the most important part for us to develop in cross-cultural team. It is important for us to understand how people communicate in a particular culture, because culture forms the rule of behavior, speaking, and interpretation. To understand the importance of cross-cultural communication will help us to achieve our goal in the different culture. Study cross-cultural communication will help us to understand others, to fit in the environment, and to learn from others. Second, the importance of cross-cultural team in the organization. Embracing diversity in the workplaces is an essential step for business that want to be competitive on an international scale. There are some advantages of building cross-cultural team in the workplace. First, business opportunities. A multicultural team can give the organization an important benefit when expanding into new market. Understanding local news, regulation, and native language skills from the multicultural workforce can help a business get familiar with diverse markets and become more competitive and profitable. Second, better performance. A diverse team is able to offer a range of experience, expertise, and working method, which can boost problem-solving capacity and lead to greater productivity. Also, a multicultural team fosters health competition, stretching a team in a positive way to achieve their best. This atmosphere of health competition can lead to the optimization of company process for greater efficiency. Finally, increased knowledge. Cross-cultural groups tend to consider issues from a broad range of perspectives and so generate a wider range of ideas and drive innovation. Working with people from different backgrounds exposes you to a wider variety of experience and knowledge. Then you may have the opportunity to access in your home environment.
The Cloud is a telephone producer in China, new product designed to sell over the world. New team member from India and Thailand to help team with customer demand from other countries.
From the role play, we can show that few cultural clash happens in the company's meeting.
Firstly, from the role play, there is issue from the different language using. Some team members came from China and they used Chinese to discuss during the meeting. They didn't consider the basic facts that other foreign members didn't understand Chinese. This behavior is rude to them. Secondly, there is issue from body touch. Shunti is an Indian girl. In Indian traditional culture, Yang touched her shoulder while talking, which considered as inappropriate action for Indians to touch female directly. Thirdly, the issue of understanding culture from other countries. Mom has left the meeting early because it is Thai's national holiday at the moment. However, no one acknowledges that.
Cultural diversity in workplace. There are several companies, such as IBM, Google, and Mastercard. They have succeeded in creating multicultural teams overseas. Those companies nurture a diverse global mindset and values that enables them to gain access to a greater variety of task-relevant expertise from people with distinct backgrounds. They also try to improve employee participation by giving the authority to employees and attempt to encourage them to express opinions and ideas. In order to obtain insight and support decision-making, they also provide employees with training courses on multicultural practice to increase their cultural awareness, which ensures that everyone acknowledges the difference and can collaborate with a colleague without obstacles relating to cultural barriers. On the other hand, owing to the absence of cultural consciousness and adaptability to an unfamiliar culture, some companies have failed to overcome cultural obstacles that hinder them from constructing an essential multicultural team. In addition, due to a restricted mindset, bias, and disharmony, an ineffective multicultural team can interrupt the procedure and boost the trouble of collaboration.
Elements of cultural communication. Cultural dimension. There are 4 dimensions under it. The first dimension is power distant in depth, which refers to the degree of inequality that exists and is accepted between people with and without power. In a high PDI country, such as Malaysia, people like to be guided and directed to complete a task. If a manager doesn't take charge, they may think that the task isn't important. Second, individualism versus collectivism. This refers to the strength of the ties that people have to others within their community. Central American countries have very low IDV scores. In these countries, a marketing campaign that emphasizes benefit to the community would like to be understood and well received, as long as the people addressed feel part of the same group. Third, masculinity versus femininity. This refers to the distribution of roles between men and women. If you open an office in Japan, you should recognize you are operating in a hierarchical and traditionally patriarchal society. Finally, indulgence versus restraint. Indulgence society tend to focus more on individual happiness and well-being, allow relatively free gratification of natural human desires related to enjoying life and having fun. Whilst restrained society are more likely to believe that such gratification need to be curbed and regulated by strict norms. The second dimension is verbal communication and behavior. What we say and how we say it is clearly one of the biggest barriers that affect communication. However, even when speaking the same language, the way we say things can strongly influence how a message is received and interpreted. Because the audience cannot understand your accent, or you speak too fast, the information audience gets may change completely. Vocal expressions varies greatly in different languages. Loudness and softness of speech is often culturally influenced. The third dimension is communication style. The way we express ourselves is also guided by culture. Each culture has its own rules. For example, in hierarchical cultures, there are form rules such as not speaking before someone older or superior. In hierarchical society, it is common to refer to more senior people by their honorifics, which show respect. The fourth dimension is nonverbal communication and behavior. Nonverbal language includes body language, objective language, and environmental language. For example, direct eye contact is considered important for many West cultures. However, it can be seen as disrespectful for other cultures. In Russian and Greek cultures, it might be normal to touch someone while talking. However, it is not as common among in Japanese and Indian cultures.
In conclusion, awareness is the first step. Observe how people communicate with you in person, on the phone, and by email. Second, know your facts. Try to learn more knowledge about the new country. Third, hone your cultural rapport. Sometimes when managing international business relationships, you need to go beyond your personal comfort zone. Finally, keep in mind that we are harmonizing as a global culture, so we can't ever take cultural tendency for granted.